Hari Bol. He would wake up everyone, rise and rejoice to the name Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
Let's read. All glories to Srila Gaura Haridas. All glories to Prabhupada. All glories to Saraswati. All glories to Babaji. All glories to Thakur. All glories to Nityananda. All glories to Chaitanya. All glories to Radhe. All glories to Kṛṣṇa. I offer my respect to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, by whose desire I have become like a dancing dog and suddenly taken to the riding of Sri Chaitanya Caritamrita, although I am a fool. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto Sri Kṛṣṇa Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is known as Gaura Sundara. I also offer my respectful obeisances unto Nityananda Prabhu, who is always very joyful. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto Advaita Acharya, who is very merciful, and also that great personality, Gadadhara Pandita, the learned scholar. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto Srivasa Thakura and all the other devotees of the Lord. I fall down to offer them respect. I worship their lotus feet. By remembering the lotus feet of the Panchatattva, a dumb man can become a poet, a lame man can cross mountains, and a blind man can see the stars in the sky. The education cultivated by so-called learned scholars who do not believe these statements of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is like the tumultuous croaking of frogs. One who does not accept the glories of the Panchatattva, but still makes a show of devotional service to Krishna, can never achieve the mercy of Krishna or advance to the ultimate goal. Formerly kings like Jarasandha strictly followed the Vedic rituals, thus worshipping Lord Vishnu. One who doesn't accept Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead is certainly a demon. Similarly, anyone who does not accept Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as Krishna, the same Supreme Lord, is also to be considered a demon. Lord Sri Kṛṣṇa Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he taught, unless people accept me, they will all be destroyed. Thus the merciful Lord accepted the sannyasa order. If a person offers obeisances to me, even due to accepting me only as an ordinary sannyasi, his material distresses will diminish and he will ultimately get liberation. One who does not show respect unto this merciful Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, or does not worship him, should be considered a demon, even if he is very much exalted in human society. Therefore, I say again, lifting my arms, O fellow human beings, please worship Sri Chaitanya and Nityananda without false arguments. Logicians say, unless one gains understanding through logic argument, how can one decide upon a worshipable deity? If you are indeed interested in logic and argument, kindly apply it to the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. If you do so, you will find it to be strictly wonderful. If one is invested with the 10 offices in the chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, despite his endeavor to chant the holy name for many births, he will not get the love of Godhead that is the ultimate goal of this chanting. By cultivating philosophical knowledge, one can understand his spiritual position and thus be liberated, and by performing sacrifices and pious activities, one can achieve sense gratification in a higher planetary system. But the devotional service of the Lord is so rare that even by executing hundreds and thousands of such sacrifices, one cannot obtain it. If a devotee wants liberation or material sense gratification from the Lord, Kṛṣṇa immediately delivers it. But pure devotional service he keeps hidden. My dear Maharaj Yudhishthira, the Supreme Personality of Godhead Kṛṣṇa is always ready to help you. He is your master, your guru, your God, your very dear friend, and head of your family, yet sometimes he agrees to act as your servant or order carrier. You are greatly fortunate because this relationship is possible only by Bhakti Yoga. The Lord can give liberation very easily, but he doesn't very easily give one Bhakti Yoga because by that process he is bound to the devotee. Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has freely given his love of Krishna everywhere and everywhere, even to the most fallen. Such as Jagai and Madai, what then to speak of those who are already pious and elevated? Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, as Supreme Personality of Godhead himself, is fully independent. Therefore, although it is the most confidentially stored benediction, he can distribute love of Godhead to anyone and everyone without consideration, whether he is offensive or inoffensive. Anyone who can now chant Sri Kṛṣṇa Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda is immediately overwhelmed with ecstasy, and tears fill his eyes. Whether he is offensive or inoffensive, anyone who even now chants Sri Kṛṣṇa Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda is immediately overwhelmed with ecstasy, and tears fill his eyes. Simply by talking of Nityananda Prabhu, one awakens his love for Krishna. Thus all his bodily limbs are agitated by ecstasy, and tears flow from his eyes like the waters of the Ganges. There are offenses to be considered while chanting the Hare Krishna mantra. Therefore, simply the chanting Hare Krishna, one does not become ecstatic. If one's heart does not change, tears do not flow from his eyes, his body does not shiver, and his bodily hairs do not stand on end as he chants the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. It should be understood that his heart is as hard as iron. This is due to his offenses at the lotus feet of the Lord's holy name. Simply chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra without offenses vanquishes all sinful activities. Thus, pure devotional service, which is the cause of love of Godhead, becomes manifest. When one's transcendental loving service to the Lord is actually awakened, it generates transformations in the body such as perspiration, trembling, throbbing in the heart, faltering of the voice, and tears in the eyes. As a result of chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, one makes such great advancement in spiritual life that simultaneously his material existence terminates and he receives love of Godhead. The holy name of Krishna is so powerful that by chanting even one name, one very easily achieves these transcendental riches. If one chants the exalted holy name of the Lord again and again, and yet his love for the Supreme Lord does not develop and tears do not appear in his eyes, it is evident that because of his offenses in chanting, the seed of the holy name of Krishna does not sprout. But if one only chants with some slight faith the holy names of Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda, where quickly he is cleansed of all offenses. Thus, as soon as he chants the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, he feels the ecstasy of love of God. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the independent Supreme Personality of Godhead, is greatly magnanimous. Unless one worships him, one can never be liberated. O fools, just read Sri Chaitanya Mangala. By reading this book, you can understand all the glories of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. As Vyasadeva has compiled all the pastimes of Lord Krishna in Srimad Bhagavatam, Thakura Vrindavan Dasa has depicted the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya. Thakura Vrindavan Dasa has composed Sri Chaitanya Mangala. Hearing these books annihilates and all misfortune. By reading Sri Chaitanya Mangala, one can understand all the glories and truths of Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda and come to the ultimate conclusion of devotional service to Lord Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. In Sri Chaitanya Mangala, later known as Sri Chaitanya Bhagavata, Srila Vrindavan Dasa Thakura has given the conclusion and the sense of devotional service by quoting the authoritative statements of Srimad Bhagavatam. If even a great atheist hears Sri Chaitanya Mangala, he immediately becomes a great devotee. The subject matter of this book is so sublime that it appears that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has personally spoken through the writings of Sri Vrindavan Das Thakura. I offer millions of obeisances unto the lotus feet of Vrindavan Dasa Thakura. No one else could write such a wonderful book for the deliverance of all fallen souls. Narayani eternally eats the remnants of the food of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Srila Vrindavan Dasa Thakura was born of her womb. What a wonderful description he has given of the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya. Anyone in the three worlds can hear it and he is purified. I fervently appeal to everyone to adopt the method of devotional service given by Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda, and thus be freed from the miseries of material existence and ultimately achieve the loving service of the Lord. Sri Vrindavana Dasa Thakura has written Sri Chaitanya Mangala and therein described in all respects the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. The first summarized all the he first summarized all the pastimes of the Lord and later described them vividly in detail. The pastimes of Lord Chaitanya are unlimited and unfathomable. Therefore, in describing all those pastimes, the book became voluminous. He saw them to be so extensive that he later felt that some had not been properly described. He ecstatically described the pastimes of Lord Nityananda. But the later pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu remained untold. The devotees of Vrindavan were all very anxious to hear those pastimes. In Vrindavan, in a great place of pilgrimage, underneath the desire trees, in a golden throne bedecked with jewels. On that throne sits the son of Nanda Maharaj, Sri Govinda Deva, the transcendental yogi. Varieties of majestic service are rendered to Govinda there. His garments, ornaments, and paraphernalia are all transcendental. In the temple of Govindaji, thousands of servitors always render service to the Lord in devotion. Even with thousands of mouths, one could not describe this service. In that temple, the chief servitor was Sri Haridas Pandita. His qualities and fame are known all over the world. He was gentle, tolerant, peaceful, magnanimous, grave, sweet in his words, and very sober in his endeavors. He was respectful to everyone and worked for the benefit of all. Diplomacy, envy, and jealousy were unknown in his heart. The 50 qualities of Lord Kṛṣṇa were all present in his body. In one who has unflinching devotional faith in Kṛṣṇa, all the good qualities of Kṛṣṇa and the demigods are consistently manifested. However, one who has no devotion to the Supreme Personality of Godhead has no qualifications, because he is engaged by mental conception in material existence, which is the external feature of the Lord. Anantacharya was a disciple of Gadadhara Pandita. His body was always absorbed in love of Godhead. He was magnanimous and advanced in all respects. Anantacharya was a reservoir of all good qualities. No one can estimate how great he was. Pandita Haridasa was his beloved disciple. Pandita Haridasa had great faith in Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda. Therefore, he took great satisfaction in knowing about their pastimes and qualities. He always accepted the good qualities of Vaishnavas and never found fault in them. He engaged his heart and soul only to satisfy the Vaishnavas. He always heard the reading of Sri Chaitanya Mangala and all the other Vaishnavas used to hear it by his grace, like the full moon. He illuminated the entire assembly of Vaishnavas by speaking Sri Chaitanya Mangala, and by the nectar of his qualities he increased their transcendental bliss. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Govinda Goswami, the priest engaged in the service of Lord Govinda in Vrindavan, was a disciple of Kasisvara Goswami. There was no servant more dear to the Govinda deity. Stupid nose. Sri Yadavacharya Goswami, a constant associate of Srila Rupa Goswami, was also very enthusiastic in hearing and chanting about Lord Chaitanya's pastimes. Bhugarbha Goswami, a disciple of Pandita Goswami, was always engaged in topics regarding Lord Chaitanya, knowing nothing else. Among his disciples were Chaitanya Dasa, who was a priest of the Govinda deity, as well as Mukundananda Chakravarti and the great devotee Kṛṣṇa Dasa. Among the disciples of Ananta Acharya was Sivananda, in whose heart Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda constantly dwelt. In Vrindavan there were also many other great devotees, all of whom desired to hear the last pastimes of Lord Chaitanya. By their mercy, all these devotees ordered me to write of the last pastimes of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Because of their order only, although I am shameless, I have attempted to write this Chaitanya Caritamrita, having received the order of the Vaishnavas. But being anxious within the heart, I went to the temple of Madana Mohana in Vrindavan to ask his permission also. When I visited the temple of Madana Mohana, the priest Goswami Dasi was serving the feet of the Lord. And I also prayed at the Lord's lotus feet. When I prayed to the Lord for permission, a garland from his neck immediately slipped down. As soon as this happened, the Vaishnavas standing there, all loudly chanting Hari Bol, and the priest Goswami Dasa brought me the garland and put it around my neck. I was greatly pleased to have the garland signifying the order of the Lord. And there I commenced to write this book. Actually, Sri Chaitanya Caritamrita is not my writing, but the dictation of Srimad Mohana, My writing is like the repetition of a parrot, as a wooden doll is made to dance by the magician. I write as Madana Gopala orders me to do so. I accept as my family deity Madana Mohana, whose worshippers are Raghunatha Dasa Goswami, Sri Rupa Goswami, and Sanatana Goswami. I took permission from Srila Vrindavan Dasa Thakura by praying at his lotus feet. And upon receiving his order, I have attempted to write this auspicious literature. Srila Vrindavan Dasa Thakura is the authorized writer on the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya. Without his mercy, therefore, one cannot describe these pastimes. I am foolish, low-born, and insignificant, and I always desire material enjoyment. Yet, by the order of the Vaishnavas, I am greatly enthusiastic to write his transcendental literature. Praying at the lotus feet of Sri Rupa and Sri Raghunatha, always desiring their mercy, I, Kṛṣṇa Dasa, narrate Sri Chaitanya Caritamrita, following them in their footsteps. This was chapter 8 of Lila. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you, everybody, for your association. I enjoyed it. Thank you. See you next time. Hare Krishna. Goodbye, everybody.